This game is longer than I thought it was. Guess I'll try to do one of the time rifts here. And by one of, I mean the only one that I know exists. Well, just kidding, there's another one. Just kidding, there's another one. And then 13 more show up. This, I think, is different, though. Okay, that is where the... That's the lava path, I think. It's either before the lava path or in the middle of it, because that's where the red zipline is. I was about to say, this would be difficult for someone who has color blindness, but one of the settings in the options for this game actually is to change the color scheme based on color blindness. So they accounted for that. I don't know what it looks like. Kind of curious to try it, honestly. Let's see, graphic settings. Yeah, let's try Tenopia. Don't know what color blindness that is. Yeah, interesting. So everything is aqua greenish and red. Don't need to keep it that way. But that's cool. I like to be wary of color blindness when making things. I hereby take back one of my old criticisms of this game, because I felt like the time rifts were too easy to find because the game tells you exactly where they are. But in a level as confusing and big as this, it helps to have those pictures. And I just spent several minutes looking for this time rift right here next to the beginning of the level because I didn't pay enough attention to the pictures, so clearly I needed it. Now, I know what these are. I think I've played one of these before. And it's kind of... It almost feels like an excuse to reuse assets, but at the same time it does fit with the time theme, kind of, so it's alright. These are basically like little arcade missions where you go through little platforming stages and you keep diving deeper into the Inception, and yeah, I think what happens is each section kind of acts as a checkpoint. Ooh. The one that I played, I think, was a Mafia Town one. No, wait. Wasn't sure why I was collecting or not collecting that. That's good. Wasn't completely stuck. Is this a lava cake bottle cap? That's what it looks like. Just one giant bottle cap. For one giant bottle. Guess this sort of has a... Whoops. Sort of has a Twilight Princess tier collecting vibe, which for a lot of people would be a bad thing. For me, it's kind of a good thing, because I always liked those parts. Although I kind of liked them because they were sort of story significant. And this is not, but it still has a neat melancholic sort of aura. Did I just have something stolen from me? I don't know for sure. There may have been one of those cat nappers. Oh, I only had to collect 3 of these, didn't I? Probably the case. Well, I've collected 4, so let's see if this helps me any. Yep. Does the one that I got from the last time carry over? It does. Interesting. Oh wow, that's super Celeste-esque music. I'm feeling that especially right now because I just was playing it. Why are you still here? Man, you're just cause for alarm, aren't you? That was a bird pun if you didn't catch on. I like stealth puns. That may have also been a stealth pun, although that one wasn't intentional, just because they were in a stealth section earlier in the game. So what are these crown pawns called? If the normal pawns are called pawns, which are a chess piece, then are these called queens or kings? They're not actually spelled that way, they're spelled P-O-N. Do I want to look for more, or do I want to just stick with what I've got? I think I might want to... I'll collect one more. I think I see one up there. Might as well. Because a penny saved is a penny earned, as they say. I was never told phrases like that as a kid. I think I just read them in comic strips. Because comic strips were where I got a lot of my information. I'll admit, I don't know where... Whoops. Oh, well maybe that's what I was supposed to do. That's funky, if true. So where's the cannon? Or not the cannon, but the pipe that I jumped down. Oh, there it is. Found it. Oh, and that was 1 of 5. I think those are like puzzle pieces or something. You know what I think those might be? Yeah, I might remember. They're like pages in a book or something. I don't know if I really want to try and collect all those. If I do, there's a pretty big chance that I would do it off screen. So I just don't know if I want to explore that deeply. I'm going for all the timepieces, I'm not necessarily going for everything. Whoop, no. Forgive my trespasses, for I know not what I do. Don't need more birdhouse flashbacks, no. This isn't so bad, though. Why is everything quiet? Kinda like it this way. Reminds me of the end of Twilight Princess, just outside Hyrule Castle. I know that Wind Waker is probably the greater influence on this game, but I can make comparisons where I want. I won't blame artists for getting upset when people make comparisons, because there is the feeling of if someone makes a comparison, if someone compares your work to something else that already exists, it's like you're kind of... It might come across as an accusation, like, oh, you took from this, or sometimes it doesn't add anything to the conversation. It's, oh, this looks like this, instead of implying that that's a good thing or a bad thing or anything. And it can feel a little bit discouraging to work hard on making something original only to have it be compared to something that already exists. But then again, I know that making comparisons is natural. People do it because it's just natural for people to compare things to what they're familiar with. So, I try not to get upset by that myself. Is this the end of it? Oh. What? Why... Do I just break this? Is this final smash ball? What's my final smash? It would certainly be interesting to see Hat Kid in Smash. I'm not really sure what her moveset would be. Yeah, this is supposed to be a whole story. Well, I claimed that prize before, so I might as well claim it again. Just to be consistent, relatively speaking. This has been, by far, my longest recording session, without taking any breaks. Hopefully that was the right thing to do, and that everything turned out okay. The emergency button, perfectly designed for moments when you need a button to push, but can't find one anywhere else. Oh, I get it. Emergency button. That's good. I like it. Let me have my fun. So, I noticed this. I've done a little bit of scouting ahead in this episode, and I've found a few things that will be helpful and make things go a little faster. Might as well fix the train that we had deleted in a previous save file. Yeah, it's a match. You've identified a relic from this strange planet. And that gives us another time rift. I really hope that I have found, or at least that I quickly do find, enough relics to account for all the different timepieces, because I don't know what I'm going to do. Most likely just look up the remaining relic locations if I can't find them myself. So this looks beautiful, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Thankfully it's not too terribly difficult. I would love to... Wait, what did I just hear? I heard a crow explode. One of them just pushed the other one off the edge, I think. That is the silver lining to this cloud. Yeah, I would... Oh boy. I want to bring a crowbar to each and every one of these crows. If that's even what they are. It's kind of hard to say. They're certainly borbs, in that they are birds and they are also orb-shaped. I like the word borb, which is most assuredly not a real word, but maybe it'll be adopted into the dictionary eventually, because... I said this wasn't hard. Because the dictionary is not the law of the land when it comes to language, it's just a record of the language. That's why it's okay to say GIF or GIF, and I like GIF better because I'm a rebel. Anyway. Yeah, so this episode should probably consist of, I think, 3 time rifts. This being one of them. The other 2 are going to be purple. Or are they going to be purple? I don't know, actually. We'll find out when we come to them. And do we get another slot machine? I don't know what prompts these. No idea. That's cute, but I'll keep going. Those are some strange colors. I don't know how I feel about those. And a remix. I think the remixes are permanent, because the hat flares and the colors, I think you can only have one of those at a time, which is kind of dumb if that's the case. But there's also the possibility that I just haven't kept any of those. I'm not really sure. So I know where these other 2 time rifts are. They were a mess to find. And they probably shouldn't have been. But one of them is on the path to the windmill. The other one... Where was the other one? Oh shoot, I've forgotten. Well, I'll go to the one next to the windmill first. It's possible that I could have just selected the windmill from the menu to get to this. I'm not 100% sure though, so I'm just kind of playing it safe by going from free roam mode. But we're on our way there. It's on the left blue zipline path. And it's on one of these houses, on the house near the top. Cat? Cat! I've been catnapped once again. Look, I am one of you. You don't have to attack me. Where to next? Where to, Brutus? That is not how that phrase goes. Oh, here we go. I believe that's the... No, no you don't. Don't pawn off my pawns. I believe this is the house right here. Hopefully no more invisible felines will attack me. You asinine felines on the Alpine skyline. With its streamlined zipline design. Curly Tail Trail. Still a good name. Yeah. I never thought that I would say this, but I think as a direct result of the Time Rift photos and having to find them based on the photos, I am seeing more of the appeal of Chapter 4 because it is big and kind of confusing, and that makes the Oh. What just happened there? I don't know. Oh well, I'm just gonna keep going? Because that was strange. What do I do here? What? Whoa, wait, Hello? And now we're at the end. Okay. But I'm starting to see the appeal of Chapter 4, because there's just a lot to it. It's very large, and the photos help you figure out where the secrets are. And I do enjoy looking for secrets in games like this. I've been playing a lot of Celeste, and okay, well you've convinced me. You showed me the freedom twice. It is July 4th, for the record. I am recording this on the night of July 4th. Thankfully, late enough that there aren't any more fireworks. I think the rain helped with that a little bit. Yeah, I'm not particularly patriotic, but this is something. It's got some purple there too. But I like my usual purple. Also, have shown this off yet? The run that you do whenever you're sprinting in place. Hey, that's a cute little dance you got there. Almost looks like you're gonna... Oh! And I think that's it, isn't it? Oh no, I didn't get this one. That one is by the green. Alright, which one was the green? Was it the birdhouse? Was it the lava cake? Twilight? I think it was the Twilight Bell. Yeah. Should be able to go straight there, hopefully. Yeah, I think this is gonna be quick excursion. Because here we are at the Twilight Bell, and the time rift is right there. Good times were had by all. I can apparently switch my hat during this frozen cutscene. Lots of goats this time, lots of goat men. Don't know if they're particularly threatening. I think you just bounce off of them. Or no, that you don't even get hurt by them at all. That's interesting. So I'm unsure what the threat is for this one. Guess I will find out soon enough. Maybe it's just timing. Some interesting geometry here. This reminds me of one of the Super Mario 64... Whoa, okay, you did hit me off. Not that you could see it, but that's what happened. I guess whenever you're in the front of them? I was gonna say, though, the slanted platforms here remind me of one of Brodute's Super Mario 64 ROM hacks. Specifically the, I think, redone version of his first one, which happens to be probably my favorite of the ones that I've played. When I say his first one, I mean his Star Revenge series that has, like, a bajillion games. And, whoops. Always forget the button. But yeah, there's a level in that one where it's all the letters of the alphabet just kind of strewn around, about through the sky. And it has really dumb jokes like, jump on the D, and you have to find where the letter D is, and there's the star. So the positioning of the platforms in that level kind of reminded me of that. Yes, 5. I know the finale of the game is open, but we're not going there yet. We're having our good times all around here in these other earlier chapters first. The world ended, by the way. I kind of glossed over that fact, but that's what that is. So next time, probably more time rifts. Who would have guessed?